Hello everyone, welcome to this beautiful morning session, Corrective Works here in the Bavarian Alps. And we're going to start at the front of our mats. I got no mat here because it would be a bit pointless. You would just be squashing around. So we're starting with sun salutations. Keep your feet hip-width apart. Anchor your heels into the ground, the outer edges of your feet and the big toe mount. Just ease into that tall standing position for a second. Inhale, crown of the head rises towards the sky or ceiling, and exhale, really sinking into your heels. Relax your shoulders as you always try to. Then inhale, pull the arms over your head. Try to keep your ribs in, so no sticking out of the ribs. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms overhead. Ribs stay in. Brace your core slightly. Exhale, arms come back down again. Last time. Inhale, draw the arms overhead and bend your knees. And we're coming forward into forward fold. So fold forward. And just stay here for a little, inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, coming down, full stretch, nose to the knee. Inhale, flat back. Just warming up the hamstrings here a little bit. Exhale, bend the knees, nose to the knee. Inhale, push the heels into the ground, outer edges, anchor your big toe mount. There will be quite a little bit of balance coming up, so we need our anchoring, our grounding, and we need our direction. So exhaling, folding forward, inhaling, pulling the sitting bones backwards, the crown of the head forward. All right, here we go. Anchor your hands on the ground, step backwards into plank position. Now we're coming down for 3 triceps push-ups. You can go down on the knees, or you just do it on your feet. All right, last time. And then push back into downward facing dog. Very good. That was a good wake up call. So we're trying to warm up with these sun salutations, so you can explore in any position. If you feel like exploring, walking, wobbling, moving around, then right leg is coming forward into low lunge. Explore, pushing backwards, forwards, rolling over your first toe joint. Very important to keep the mobility of the first toe joint. So low lunge is always a great way of checking what's going on in your feet, how mobile you currently are. Very well. Then step forward, forward fold, and bend the knees, roll up into standing, inhaling, draw the arms overhead. Exhale, little chest opener here. So I prefer to call this a chest opener rather than a back bend, because we just want to lift the chest, lifting the sternum. We don't want to go into a back bend by shifting the hips forward, as this would inhibit the multifidi, our very important deep core muscles that are helping our spine to stay long, flexible, and mobile. So just opening the chest here. Then hug one knee. Let's take the right one. Hug one knee. Pulling the knee to the chest, not the chest to the knee, so stay upright. You want to either point your foot or flex or yogi toe it. Then release those arms, keep the knee up, shoulder rolls. Now imagine your shoulder blades drawing circles on the upper back. So it's less your arms that engage or create the movement, it's the shoulder blades drawing circles on your upper back. And you might find that maybe that right side is a little bit stuck, so really move it in there. Try to get these shoulder blades moving. While we're having that right knee up, strengthening the lower back. Your tailbone is drawn towards the floor, so the lower back is long, lengthened, and strengthened. Perfect. Step back once. Stretch. Very good. Stretch your hip flexor. Mobility here. Very nice. All right. You're ready for some new triceps push-ups. So anchor both hands, middle fingers are parallel. Push the mount of the index finger into the ground. Come into plank position and let's lower down. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Here we go. Push back into down dog. Are you starting to warm up? I hope so. Very good. Marching on the spot. Now the left leg is going to come forward. Low lunge. Left leg is coming forward. Here we go. And explore over your right toes. What's going on down there? Hello. Are your toes awake? It's great with all this texture here on the grass. I can feel some stones under my toes, which is nice. All right, coming forward, forward fold, nose to the knee, stretch it out, bend the knees, roll up, inhale, draw the arms overhead, little chest opener here. So engage the core. Don't just shift the hips forward, anchor your hands on top of your sacrum, and then open the chest. And try to keep your tailbone lengthened. So you want to keep those ribs in. No sticking out of the belly, out into the open. Just lifting the chest, lifting the chins, lifting the gaze towards the sun. Very nice morning sun. Here, open up. You can engage your glutes slightly, engaging your hamstrings. Wonderful. And release. Find your anchor. Balance position. Grounding the heel. Outer edges. Big toe mount on the right. We're grabbing the left knee. Pulling the knee towards the chest. Stay tall. Standing proud. Remember, foot stays active. So not just hanging, but maybe yogi toeing. And then release the arms. Let's see. Maybe this works a little better now, so we can draw circles with our shoulder blades on our upper back. Nice shoulder rolls here. Keep breathing. And just explore. Maybe there are parts that move a little bit better, and you do want to especially go into those parts that are a little bit stuck, as those are the parts that need some work. All right, release those arms, step back with the left leg, stretching out those hip flexors because they need to. Very good. Then let's step backwards into down dog, and we're gonna come here back again. Down dog being a little bit like a roundabout, going in and out and around. So marching on the spot. And now lift your right leg to the sky or ceiling. Down dog split. Inhale, lifting the right leg, engaging your glutes, feeling that long line from the mount of your index fingers all the way to your right toe, really stretching all the way. Then step forward, coming into warrior one. So we need to anchor our foot in the grass or on the mat. And you first want to bring your hands behind your neck before coming up, closing those elbows in, and then lift the chest, lift the gaze, lift the chin, and then press the right hand only into the back of your neck into the occiput. Stretch the left arm out. Now I'm turning my head away from you, pressing my head into my hand. Why is this good? Because we're giving ourselves direction. With the resistance, our head, our neck, our spine knows where's up, where's down, so we can grow taller. Resistance is very important so we can grow against. If there would be no gravity, we would probably be slouching on the ground. Our bones would not be strong. We would not have developed that network of connective tissue holding us upright, our fascia. One more, and then change side, left hand, right arm is stretching out, and then turn towards me if you change side like me. So this is a little bit difficult to find the right amount of pressure, the right arm and hand position, so just explore whatever is possible and push against the hand, wrist, forearm. Keep pushing, keep rotating. Very good. And then release down. Wonderful. We're coming into a pigeon pose, so you just have to anchor your hands and then draw your foot under. You can keep that left leg, that behind leg, active by anchoring your toe mounts into the ground. Otherwise, just relax. Ooh, down. This increases the stretch in our piriformis. Piriformis sometimes gets on your sciatic nerve, pinches it if it's too active, overactive, due to imbalance between our hip flexor and the piriformis. So whatever feels good for you, then open your arms wide, wide cobra wave. So exhale, bend forward, bow, inhale, come back up, and be mindful of that back leg. It might get a little intense here, adding those cobra waves, so you can also just stay forward, relaxing on your forehead or on your elbows. If you're doing these cobra waves, keep your elbows wide, your shoulders relaxed, your chest open. Inhale, coming down. Exhale, coming up. Very good. So that one more time. And release. Let's have a down dog split right away with the right leg coming all the way. Let's see if it's still alive, if we can still do that. Down dog split, coming right away into that opening pose. Perfect. Then you just want to bring the foot down. Down dog split being our little roundabout, coming in and out. Marching on the spot just to mobilize the feet and then change sides. So first of all, left leg is coming up, down dog split. Stay here for a while just to give your body the orientation. You want to really press into the floor, but don't press away from it. You don't want to engage your trapezius. You want to sink into the ground with the head while the hands stay active and press into it, if that makes any sense. So you don't want to press away from the floor. You want to sink into it. Of course, while the hands are resisting, you don't want to collapse altogether. Then step forward, warrior position. Anchoring your foot 60 degrees, grass or mat. Wonderful. Then come up with the hands behind your back. Let's get that out of the way. Hands behind your neck, elbows tight, and lift the chest. So this is a very good psoas stretch. Deep hip flexor, and we're starting with the right arm, so you see what I'm doing, and then just turn the head, hello, and come forward again. So the front knee is anchored. Guess where? Heel, outer edges, big toe mount. Back foot is anchoring and pushing into the outer edge, outer arch if you want so. And a big toe mount, of course. And we're pressing with the hand against the occiput. And this creates resistance, creating length in order to give our spine, our neck, the direction that we need, so we can pull the crown of our head upwards, then change sides, and we're turning the other way while we're staying in this very strong warrior position here. Keep breathing. Maybe you can lower down a little more. Beautiful morning here. Gorgeous mountains helping us find our strength. Let's do that one more time, one more roll. And then we're stepping forward into a forward fold. Okay, whose legs have been juicing up? So you might want to walk a little bit on the spot, lifting one heel then the other. All right, then bend the knees, roll up. You can stay exactly where you are on the front of your mat. I'm just going to turn around so you see better what I'm doing. We're coming to some balance positions. First one up. Finding some solid space. Knee bends on toe mounts. Great workout for the core and for stabilizing the back, but that is not all. Just find your balance here for a second and then open your arms and just fold one arm over the other. There's one arm that's up, one arm that's down. The one that's up folds the other one too, and then just grab whatever you can. I'm folding all the way, and I'll bend. This is gonna be funny. We're gonna bend those knees, and we're stretching back out again while we're staying on our toe mounts. Ooh. So in order to be able to spot anything in front of you, just get those arms out of the way. Oh my God. Whew. So we're having a deep shoulder stretch here while we're strengthening our core. I did mention this was a little bit intermediate to advanced, did I? At least in terms of balance and motor control. Because arms and legs are doing something completely different, which is good for our brains, for the wiring of our brains. All right, knees come forward. Come on, let's do one more. Whoop. And release back down. Just remember which arm was up. Mine was the right side. Little interlude here with tree pose. Someone needs a rescue, helicopter. So we're grabbing our right foot and placing it on the inside of our left thigh. If this is slippery, uncomfortable, doesn't work for you, go below the knee or just stay on the ground. It's all good. We're working on our balance, and most important is working on our outward rotation. Come on, let's stay there. So you want to be opening your hips and rotating that knee and that hip point outwards. This direction and this direction. Same with your chest. Shoulder girdle opens, pelvic girdle opens, shoulder girdle opens. There we go. Can we do a little V with the arms while we're at it? Yes, we can. So proud of you. Amazing. So that's a tree pose with outward rotation. So imagine still the right leg rotating out towards the right side, left hip point rotating left towards the left side. And you should feel a contraction deep in your glutes. Yes, that's piriformis. Actually, outward rotation of the femur. Great one. Are you ready for the other side? Garuda stretch and toe bends. All right, let's get out of this. Release. Whoop, that was comfy up there. Didn't even want to release. All right, come on your toe mounts first. So just imagine you're on high heels if you want to. Otherwise, just stand in your toe mounts, bend the knees a little, helping you focus something, and then fold the arms the other way. So now my left arm is on top of my right arm. You should just have the other arm on top as last time. All right, get the arms out of the way, fold towards the upper arm, fold towards the arm that's up, so my left side because the left arm is up. And before we get too tired in our calves, let's bend it. So knees come forward and stretch out again, knees coming forward, stretch out again, knees bend. Ooh, if you need to bring those heels down, no worries, just do it and just come back in. Try to press those heels up as much as you can. Perfect, knees forward. Oh, come on, we can do that 2-3 more times. Just keep breathing, focusing. Last time. Wonderful. I might feel that in my calves tomorrow. Left side, tree position. So grab this foot, put it wherever you can, inner thigh below the knee or on the ground. Open your pelvic girdle, that knee to the left, that knee to the right. Simple. Simple arms. So all I want you to focus on is your balance, your grounding. Heel on the floor, outer edges, big toe mount. Create those arches by sucking up the middle of your foot. Juicy, nice. Then open your pelvic girdle, open your shoulder girdle. This does feel really good. So now, advanced, try to lower this hip so that it doesn't stick up, but that your hips are still parallel to the ground. Yes, this hip parallel to the ground, no sticking out. Wonderful. All right, we could stay here forever. I know you love it, but unfortunately we still have stuff to come. Poses to come. So release down. I'm gonna go back to the front of my mat for another little sun salutation. So just inhale, draw the arms overhead, enjoy the fact that both of your feet are fully on the ground. So lower those heels down, bend the knees, and then bend forward. How nice it is to have your full foot on the ground. We're so grateful now for anything we couldn't do before, and now we can do it. All right, anchor your hands on the ground, little adventurous side warrior and flying positions coming up, stepping back into plank position. No triceps push-ups, don't worry, just hold it here a little bit, engaging the core, pulling the navel in, and then fold from the hips, pushing backwards into down dog. Very nice. Then lift the right leg up, down dog split, giving yourself direction, pushing the hands into the ground and pulling the toe out, and then stepping forward, warrior feet. So you want to anchor your back foot 45 degree or something like that. Then right hand is coming to the inside of your right foot, and again, we're placing our hand, cradling our occiput, pressing into our occiput, then open that elbow to the sky or ceiling. So right now we're good. Ooh, we really need to lower those hips down. If this is too uncomfortable, you can do the same thing up here. And you might want to rotate that open. Yes. So if this one doesn't work, just come with the elbow on the thigh. Then press with the hand against the occiput and rotate up. Whoa. This is good. So keep the elbow pointing towards the sky. And now you're coming with the nose from forward to opening to the sky. While your shoulder girdle is open, while you're stretching all this side. Sometimes you feel it cracking somewhere and then it feels really, really good. Just do one more and then we're stretching this arm out. And I'll stretch it out. Extended side warrior. Flying position coming up, so release that arm, look at the floor, step a little bit narrower, and then we're flying into half moon pose on that right leg. Come on, you can do it. So grab the floor first. Now remember our tree position. What did we do? We did rotate everything out so that the back foot is actually parallel to the floor and this hip girdle is opening. So no staying here parallel to the floor. This is no airplane pose. This is half moon. So we're opening. So this leg is rotating upwards. This leg is rotating outwards. See the difference? Now let's see. Can we lift off? Engage all the way. Find your directions. Heels are pressing into the ground and into the air. Crown of the head pressing against an imaginary resistance. Arms spreading wide open like our helicopter there earlier. Whew. Open it. Oh, fantastic. 2 more deep breaths. Perfect. So before we do the other side, just lower that foot and then just step back into a wide stance. So lower the foot down, bring both feet parallel into wide stance and just start with relaxing your back, your hamstrings. You want to stand in a comfortable position, then release down and turn both toes slightly out, also your knees. Grab your right leg and bend that left knee. So you want to be comfortable on this side. Your hips are shifting backwards and the knee is not coming forward of your toes. So no further forward than your toes, and kneecap and toes are pointing into the same direction. This foot is placed on the ground and you're stretching your adductors, ADD. And then release. You want to come a little bit narrower. Bring your hips down, lifting those toes, lifting the chest. Maybe you want to grab your hands and push them forward. What a nice sequence. We're almost there. Then change sides, come back into wide stance, forward fold, wobbling a little bit, then grab the left side, bend the right knee. Both toes are slightly turned out. You feel the inside of your thigh stretching. Make sure that the knee is behind your toes. That's maybe the better way to say it. Knee behind the toes, hips are pushing backwards, kneecap and toes pointing into the same direction. And then lower it down, lifting those toes up. Fantastic. And we're stretching our hamstrings here and mobilizing our ankle joint. So I do feel that we are missing out on a down dog split with the left side. So we're just going to do that now. I don't want you to be asymmetric. Oof. So here we go. Come into down dog split, left side up. And this is our last one. Now we're moving onto the ground. So you can just bend your knee here, then whatever feels good, flip over, put one knee down, then the other. I need you to come back into sitting and then lie down on your back. Make sure you get space, and we're now going to push the elbows into the ground and pick those hips up all the way into the air. Candle pose, if you remember. So you want to hold your hips, and a little bit of Pilates here. Scissors, so please point your feet and then cut through the air. You want to inhale, switch, exhale, switch. A little bit of momentum here, switch and inhale, switch and exhale, switch. Make sure that the weight is on your elbows, not on your neck or head. You can, of course, take a bit of weight on the shoulders, on the back of your arms, but most of the weight comes through the bone of your forearm into the ground, into your elbows. So keep inhaling, switch, exhaling, and then lower down into plow pose. Just in a comfortable position. You don't need to stretch those legs out. They can also be bent. If you want to go into a full stretch of your whole back line from the sole of your feet over your hamstrings, sacrum, the whole back, spine, all the way into your occiput, and even running over your skull to your eyebrows. Keep those legs stretched out and then slowly come down. You did it. You can release down into a little shavasana here, and if you want to lie a little bit more than the last few seconds that we have from this video, just reach out to your device, pause the video. Otherwise, we will come up. So come on the side, push up. Thank you for having a break with me. Come push up of the things you gotta do. So sometimes we're just gonna do this. All right, thank you so much. This was the Yoga Corrective Works number 9 already. Thank you for working out with me, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.